Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Cadillac Driven with back with another video, and this one is going to be different. I thought this video may help a lot of people, especially those of you all who are going to be buying a Cadillac Lyriq like myself, and for those of you all who have about 6 months that you're going to be buying a car and you want to maximize your credit score. We're going to talk about the 5 things you can do to boost your credit score. All right, now we got to consider for the people who are buying the Cadillac Lyriq that in China it costs 2.99 for 60 months for the Cadillac Lyriq to finance. Now, we don't know anything about the leasing and what the finance is going to be on that so far as the interest rate is concerned, but we're trying to maximize this credit score as much as possible. All right, now, also what you need to know is that the government has went up on the interest rate, right? They went up a quarter point. Now, they may have went up too. I am not sure, but I do know this much is that it's supposed to probably go up again in July. All right, so we need as many points as possible to get the best interest rate that we can get. Now, for me, I'm sitting at an 800, right? My highest score was an 868. Right now, I'm thinking I could be at an 840 or 850 right now. So I'm good, but I still at the same time got to maintain. I still at the same time want to get as much points as I possibly can. I've been trying to reach 900 and I have not reached 900 just yet. All right. So with that being said, we're going to talk about the don'ts, and then we're going to go ahead and run into the top 5 things you need to do in order to boost your score. Now, a disclaimer. I am not here to tell you how many points you are going to get simply because everybody's credit situation is different. Okay. With that being said, let's go ahead. Let's get started. All right, you all. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about the don'ts. Now, remember, we're trying to maximize as many points as possible. All right. So number one is going to be do not add a new line of credit. What that's going to do is it's going to have a hard hit on your credit report and it's going to take some points away. Now, it could take as much as 4, 5, maybe even 10 points. Remember, we need every single point we can possibly get our hands on. Also, what I need to let you know is from my experience is that when your credit score is lower, you'll tend to get more points than you would with an 800 credit score or a 750 credit score. Now, you'll still get it, but it's in a trickle effect. You'll get 2 points here, maybe 5 points there. Whereas if your credit score is at a 620 and you're working on it or a 640, then yeah, you're going to tend to get a little bit more points than you would with somebody with an 800 credit score. Now, what's the credit score you should go get a car at? I'm going to say, if you can, a 700, a 800, but they're also saying do not go out to get a car unless you have a 680 credit score. Now, you are going to pay quite a bit in interest rate, but not as much as you would with a 640 or 620 credit score. All right. The next one, whatever you do, do not spend over 30% of your credit card. All right, because that's also going to ding you as well. Matter of fact, it will take points away, anything from maybe 5 to maybe 10 to maybe 15 points. You do not want to do that. So make sure you stay within 30%. Me, I recommend, which I'm going to share with you when we talk about the top 5, I recommend that you, when you buy, if you can, pay it off. But if you have to pay from month to month to pay for something that you have bought, make sure you make those payments on time. All right. Last but not least, do not, I'll repeat, do not close any accounts because that's going to take points away too. And it could take as much as 20 to 40 points off of your credit score. And remember, again, we need every single point we can get our hands on. So if you're thinking about ending your car loan right now, right? You're financing the car, you're almost at the end of the term. Same thing for the lease. You want to stretch that out as much as possible until you build the credit that you need. Like for me, I'm getting a Cadillac Lyriq, and it should be here sometime in, let's say, maybe the end of December or maybe even the beginning of January. Maybe they're going to run my credit score in December, right? Because maybe they know that they're getting the car, it will be delivered in January. So therefore, I get an opportunity to have them run my credit. I get to see what it is. Then after that, I can go ahead and pay off maybe the furniture that I'm paying on, or maybe even the car that I'm ready to get rid of. But until then, do not close any accounts. Do not close any credit cards at all. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead. Let's talk about the top 5 things you can do to help boost your credit. Number one is going to be disputing inaccuracies on your credit report. maybe Best Buy turned over your credit report to a debt collector, and that debt collector is now contacting you, telling you that this is what you owe. Now, you want to dispute it from all three credit bureaus just to be on the safe side. I have found out that TransUnion is the one that most dealerships use when they check and pull your credit report. But to be on the safe side, you want to do it with TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. All right. So what you want to do, you want to go on each one. You want to go ahead and dispute it. You want to answer the questions that they're going to ask you. Also, what's going to happen is that the creditor is going to have to prove that this is your account. A lot of times they don't have all the information, and then TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian will delete it from your credit report. Now, this doesn't happen all the time. This is not foolproof, but it is something you can try to get these inaccuracies off your credit report in order for you to get a boost in your points. And you should see those after maybe 30 days, maybe after 60 days, your points will start to dramatically go up. All right, so give that a chance. That's going to be number one. All right, you all. Number two is going to be a secure card. I've tried to use secure card. I used it and it worked out perfectly. Now, a secure card is going to get recognized as a credit card by the credit bureau. That is a beautiful thing because that's what you want. Now, let's say you are paying on the card, that's an installment loan. If you're paying on furniture, that's an installment loan. You're going to get points quarterly on those versus a credit card. A credit card is going to give you points every month. Now you're going to get more points because every quarter you're going to get points from the credit card and you're going to get points from your actual installment loan. So you need to have a credit card in the mix. A lot of credit advisors say that you should have at least two credit cards and an installment loan. All right, but right now you don't want to add any more credit cards or anything like that to the credit mix because we're trying to boost our credit in at least 6 months to be able to buy that brand new car that we're looking for. Now, with the secure card, the thing I like about it is that they have a lot of cars that do not require a credit check. These are the ones you want to look for. Also, they do not require a lot of the cards that you pay annually, but they do have some that you do pay annually. Some cars have you to put $25, $99, $200, even $500 down. That's going to depend on what you can afford to put down. Okay, which is really good. Some of these cards also have reward points and things like that you can get from using your card, which is cool. APR, I think, is kind of average for the most part, but I thought it was still good to have, especially for what it offers and what it's going to give you every month so far as boosting your credit points. Now, again, a lot of the cards do not have any yearly annual fees. You don't have to pay anything for the card. All you have to do is apply. Again, choose the card that does not have a yearly subscription. And also, you want to choose one that is not going to pull your credit report. All right. I will be leaving a couple of links in the description box down below for you guys to go check that out, investigate it, research it for yourself, and you can get started building your authorized user. I have done this before too. I've added my daughters to my credit card, so therefore I can boost their credit score. I did it with my oldest daughter. By the time she got old enough, 19, when she bought her first brand new car, her credit score was at a 700. So if your wife has a credit card, or you know somebody in your family that you trust that has a credit card that pays their credit card off every day and they have good credit, then you can ask them to add you to their credit card. All they have to do is call a credit card owner, like let's say Chase Bank has a Freedom card. I just call the Freedom card number on the back, and then I ask them to add whoever I want them to add on the card, and they become an authorized user. And this is also going to help you to get points. Again, we're trying to maximize as many points as we possibly can to be able to get the best interest rate. All right, you all, let's talk about number four. Now, number four, there's two ways to do this, right? I'm going to break it down just a little bit. Most people, including myself, I've done this before too. I no longer do it this way to maximize and boost my credit score. Now, a lot of us, what we would do is we would buy something, believing that we can maximize as many points as we possibly can by paying on it from month to month to month to month, maybe for about 6 months. What I found out is that yes, you get points that way, but I don't believe you can max it out as much as you could if you go ahead and buy something, pay it off, buy it, pay it off. Now, I understand that A lot of people can't do that. You have to do what you have to do. If you're going to do it that way, just make sure you pay your bills on time every single month. All right. So therefore you can continue to get those points. Now, what happened to me is that by buying something, paying it off, buying it, paying it off. And the reason I was doing that was to get the reward points. But what actually happened is that the credit bureau seen what I was doing. They seen that I had credit worthiness. I was buying something and I was paying it off, and they boosted my credit limit. So I started off at 800. They boosted it to 15. They then boosted it to 2,000. They turned around and boosted from 2,000 to 4,500, and from 4,500 to almost $10,000. Yes, I was excited about that. It's not something that I was looking forward to. 5,000 was enough for me, but that's what happened when I was buying and paying it off, buying and paying it off. That's what I recommend you do to try to get as much points at one time as you possibly can. All right, so give that a try. Again, this has been my own personal experience and it seemed to have worked for me. Again, I'm still hanging out in the 800 Club. All right, you all, last but not least, just pay your bills on time. All right, that's going to help you to improve your credit as well. If you have something that you're paying on and you can pay a large sum down without paying it off, that's also going to help with improving your credit as well if you're making any installment payments on anything. Okay, just don't pay it off. All right, if you enjoyed this video, you want to see more videos like this one, then go ahead, hit me in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I want to thank everybody who have been supporting the channel. If you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. We have more content coming your way. And I'll see you all again at the next video. Enjoy life. Have some fun. Remember to remember you all. Be safe.